NAU's Mike Smith here. A couple of runner-up finishes. How's the feeling right now?
Oh man, it's a mixed bag. Always as a coach, you get to this point in the season, you kind of like let go everything the last few months. So we got a lot to process here, but we had a good day on the women's side, and we had a great day on the men's side, and we're walking away runner-up in both those races.
Yeah, I mean, did you think coming in 71? If I told you scored 71 points, how would you be feeling?
I told them we're going to be between 80 and 120, something like that, and so that outdid my prediction. They were fantastic. I mean, that's one of our best races ever at the national meet, and hats off. We got beat by a historic team. They were lights out. I know what it looks like, these team races, and what Oklahoma State just did. We weren't going to be able to answer that today.
Yeah, and then your women. I mean, how do you assess that performance?
Yeah, it's a group where it's their first time on this stage, and I know from the men's side, this is not like any other meet. The pressure, the expectation. So this is just the beginning for them. They're leaving disappointed and second place by a point. It shows how far this program's come. I got a lot of debriefing to do with that group, but they were solid. And I gotta say, like, what NC State did that's an amazing race. They had one of their leaders down, and that group came together, and that was amazing. And again, honor to compete against a team like that. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, during that women's race, are you following the splits and the scores, or are you just looking with your eyes? And what are you seeing? Are you liking what you're seeing through the race?
We had a little bit of a mixed bag from a positioning standpoint. So I knew we were not having our best day, and I was keeping an eye on NC State, and they just looked like they were taking a big swing at it. They were going for it, and so I knew it was going to be close. My live results was choppy at that point, so I actually had to run over to the men. So I didn't know what happened, but I knew we were out there in the fight.
Yeah. What was your reaction when you heard Kelsey Camille wasn't going to run for NC State?
Oh, I was bummed. What I tell our athletes is we don't want opponents weaker. We want our opponents rested, tapered, at their best. That's the honor of the battle, and having a significant athlete like that out is that's a big deal. I mean, that's one of the biggest things that can happen in a championship to any team, and that can also happen to any of us. I could be Lori in 2 seconds, having that be one of my athletes, and I felt for them. I know we're all opponents and competitors here, but I felt for their athletes and coaches, because our sport is brutal and unforgiving in those ways. But after that, we can't think about it. We have to go race. What
was your strategy for the men, and what were your instructions to them?
Geez, the men. I mean, they were unbelievable. They had positioning assignments. We knew up front we were going to kind of get canceled out with our best guys and their best guys, but they had to hold down those positions. And we were, we knew it was going to be kind of this thing between 3, 4, 5s out there, and their 3, 4, 5, 6 just moved through the 40s into the 20s, and I think even finished in the teens. We've done that to people before, and I know what it looks like, and no one was going to be able to answer that today.
Yeah. So is this a rivalry now, NAU and Oklahoma State? Like, what do we think?
You got to remember that's they're one of the best to do it. When I got into college coaching, Dave was kind of on his run, and I remember thinking, like, shoot, that's the coach I want to be like, or and what they're doing is phenomenal. He's one of the best coaches. They got tremendous athletes. And you got to remember, they sat and watched NAU win on a tiebreaker last year, watching us up there celebrating, hollering, all those things. And they responded today. And that's what sport's all about. They're a historical program. We respect them. There's an NAU without Coach Smith. I don't know if there's an Oklahoma State without that Coach Smith. And honor do battle.
Well, it's fun to watch. We appreciate the time, and thank you, Mike.
Thanks.